borders to expand, as that's always a good thing. I'm not sure why I built a road out to there, but I suppose we'll put down a mine there since we're eventually going to be working that square with tire, I think. And settler has nearly arrived where he needs to get going. We're going to move these immortals to Gordium, because that's where our attack is going to be coming from. And it seems that the Egyptians are actually putting down roads at long last. So they should be their civilization should be a little bit better off, I think. Though they're still not expanding in that area just yet. We completed research of mathematics. So I think next we're going to research literature, because it has the all-important library upgrade, which increases science research in the city that built it. So that's definitely an important upgrade for us. And I think this guy's gonna start building a road down to Elephantine, so we can conquer it more easily. And Sardis is probably going to want to, we're probably going to need to develop the land around Antioch a bit more too, since it's falling a bit behind. We also grabbed the incense and the furs now, so we have even more happiness in our cities. We can check the happiness of our various cities in the domestic screen, and as you can see, it's fairly high. Each one is providing one happy face in every city, so for a total of 4, which is quite a lot. And an important thing to note is that if you build a marketplace, this actually greatly expands the happiness provided by luxury resources. So if you want to get more happiness, the easiest way to do that is actually to build marketplaces in all of your cities. And they also pay for themselves quite often, giving you a fairly decent boost to your income. These warriors aren't all that useful anymore, so I think I'm going to disband them and convert them into shields for our cities to get them to build stuff more quickly. Warriors can be upgraded, but I don't think that happens for a little while yet. And right now there are 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 movement unit, so they're really not all that useful at all, unfortunately. So we're not really concerned about them at the moment. Antioch's borders are going to expand soon, so what we're going to do is we're going to mine that area to gain access to it. And we've completed this city. And here we're going to build a spearman for itself. This worker is going to continue working the land for Gordium to get more irrigation up, so it can continue to grow and get more production. Let's see. Egypt is demanding gold from us. We're not going to comply, and they get rather annoyed. But they don't declare war on us. Sometimes they will if they think we're weak, but fortunately that doesn't seem to be the case. And we're not really all that weak anyway. We're probably one of the stronger civilizations in the game, I would think. Our immortals make us quite threatening, I would say. And if we build up many more of them, we should have quite an impressive military. I think we're going to we're going to build 1 more settler, but I think we'll pass on that for now and build barracks in our capital and get its population up a bit. Build more immortals too. Antioch's borders have expanded, so it's now taking advantage of more effective territory. And we have an extra spearman, so we're going to throw him down in Sardis to defend there. And we'll continue irrigating, building roads. We have a decent amount of immortals at this point. Once we get up to a couple more, we can probably think about attacking soon. Hopefully no one else will be involved in the war at all. That would be rather unfortunate if that came to be the case. It seems that they threw down a city in there, El Amarna. That's going to be a terrible city. It's completely surrounded by jungle, so it's not going to be accomplishing much. We'll probably end up destroying that one since it's going to be so weak when we get to it. So no big loss there, I would say. The area around it is just fine. We finished literature, and I think next we're going to research currency. That's a rather important one, I would say. Or perhaps map making. You can see that a number of them only cost 4 turns to research. This is true of, that's the minimum. You can never take less than 4 turns to research any tech. So our tech rating is rather good. The other computer players are ahead of us because they've been trading their techs around and grabbing them more quickly that way. And you really need to get in on that if you want to stay ahead in a more longer and more difficult game at a higher difficulty level. But fortunately we're playing at a fairly low difficulty level, only Regent, which is I think the 3rd highest, or the 3rd lowest. So we don't really need to worry about that all that much. But we've got a fairly decent army soon, so I think we're going to start attacking in a little while. And I think we'll actually build the Colossus in Pazagarde. Actually no, we'll skip the wonders for now, we don't really need them. We're going to start building a few libraries in our cities, because that will get our science rate up. And we're only going to build them for now in our best cities. We're not going to bother in the small ones that don't generate much wealth. And in the rest of our cities, we're going to build, continue building immortals and sending them over to borders of Egypt. We'll send the spearman out to there, and he's going to. I don't know why that's immortal. Why that immortal is there. We're going to send that spearman out to Egypt, and he's going to help protect the immortals when they ultimately attack. And he's also going to fortify the city if we ever capture it. Okay. He's just about done there, so he can retreat and help develop Sardis a bit more. Let's see what squares they're doing. And they're doing the mines, the hill as I thought they would. And I think we're just about ready to attack the Egyptians fairly soon. Hopefully it'll go over well enough. The cities keep wanting to switch over to wonders for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't really want them building wonders. But I think we could probably attack fairly soon. I don't like that warrior wandering around our territory though, so we'll have to have a immortal around there to take care of him when we eventually do attack. Hamadan is suffering from a lot of corruption, unfortunately. Corruption doesn't affect food production though, which is a good thing. That would be rather bad if it did. It'd be rather hard to take care of. We seem to be short on workers too, but for the time being I sort of want to focus on taking out the Egyptians, because they're getting rather large. So I want to knock them down a few pegs, hopefully take them out. The Russians have seemed to have slowed down their advance, and the Mayans built a city there as I thought they would. It's of course going to be totally terrible and completely useless, but that's up to them, I guess. We finished the library in that city. Hamadan is growing rather slowly, but nothing I can do about that. Let's see here. What else is there to do? I think this guy's going to go back and start developing our core city, since they're growing rather big and probably need the help a lot more. Got quite a few immortals. I think our overall attack power is higher than any of the other computer players. There's quite a few wonders available to build, but again, we're not really interested in them just yet. I'm going to focus on building a larger military for the time being. And whatever wonders they build, we'll probably end up capturing, so ultimately it doesn't really matter. But I think we're almost ready to move out. That warrior has chosen to fortify himself just outside of our city, so we're going to keep a immortal there to attack him when the time comes. We don't have enough to attack in the south just yet, but we'll definitely be able to take out Heliopolis and keep moving on from there with a steady reinforcement route. And our production rate is much higher than that of the Egyptians. We'll be able to reinforce our armies much better than they will, which is another good thing for us. And one important thing is to never attack piecemeal. You always want to attack with a large enough group that you can take out the city. Because if you don't take out the city, then whatever damage you did will be nullified on the next turn when they pause and allow their units to heal. So always be sure that that doesn't end up happening to you, where you send in units to attack and they just end up getting killed and you never take the city. If you ever attack a city, make sure you're able to take it. And that's the that should be your golden rule when you're playing this game offensively like this. Passagardi is built up fairly well, but I'm actually out of time, so I'll see you in the next